hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Well, hello, I'm Forgiveness Teacher Willie from the Ozarks, ready for Lesson 281 in A Course in Miracles Workbook for Students. We're reading from the original edition here on Sunday, October the 8th of 2023. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. And the ones that hurt me, the thoughts that hurt me, are dreams. So I really can be hurt by nothing. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. And the prayer says, Father, your Son is perfect. When he thinks that he is hurt in any way, it is because he has forgotten who he is and that he is as you created him. Your thoughts can only bring me happiness. If ever I am sad or hurt or ill, I have forgotten what you think and put my little meaningless ideas in place of where your thoughts belong and where they are. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. The thoughts I think with you can only bless. The thoughts I think with you alone are true. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I will not hurt myself today, for I am far beyond all pain. My Father placed me safe in heaven, watching over me, and I would not attack the Son he loves, for what he loves is mine to love as well. Our Father has placed us, look, it says, my Father placed me safe in heaven. He's put us in a playground where we're safe as his children. He watches over us. He doesn't let anything come in to harm us, and he doesn't let us get away from anything that could hurt us. But we can dream. We can dream that we're separate from God and dream that we can be hurt, and not the way that God created us and how he keeps us perfectly safe forever, always. But let's wake up from that dream. That's what we're going to learn about today. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. And our associated reading, what is the Holy Spirit for the next 10 days? What is the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit mediates between illusions and the truth, as he must bridge the gap between reality and dreams. Perception leads to knowledge through the grace that God has given him, to be his gift to everyone who turns to him for truth. Across the bridge that he provides, our dreams all carry to the truth, to be dispelled before the light of knowledge. There are sights and sounds forever laid aside, and where they were perceived before, forgiveness has made possible perception's tranquil end. I love that. Across the bridge that he provides, the Holy Spirit, are all dreams carried to the truth, to be dispelled before the light of knowledge. There are sights and sounds forever laid aside, and where they were perceived before, forgiveness has made possible perception's tranquil end. The goal the Holy Spirit's teaching sets is just this end of dreams. For sights and sounds must be translated from the witnesses of fear to those of love. And when this is entirely accomplished, learning has achieved the only goal it has in truth. For learning, as the Holy Spirit guides it to the outcome he perceives for it, becomes the means to go beyond itself, to be replaced by the eternal truth. If you but knew how much your Father yearns to have you recognize your sinlessness. If you but knew how much your Father yearns to have you recognize your sinlessness, you would not let his voice appeal in vain, nor turn away from his replacement for the fearful images and dreams you made. The Holy Spirit understands the means you made, by which you would attain what is forever unattainable. And if you offer them to Him, He will employ the means you made for exile to restore your mind to where it truly is at home. So when you feel yourself a little inundated, and a little not sure, a little apprehensive, worried, concerned, upset, discouraged, angry, whatever it is, that's when you turn it over to the Holy Spirit and say, hey, I need your help here to re-perceive this. And if you offer that, the Holy Spirit understands the means you made by which you would attain what is forever unattainable. And if you offer them to Him, He will employ the means you made for exile to restore your mind to where it truly is at home. From knowledge where He has been placed by God, the Holy Spirit calls to you to let forgiveness rest upon your dreams and be restored to sanity. And be restored to sanity and peace of mind by letting forgiveness lead the way. Let forgiveness open the door. Let the Holy Spirit's perception of a forgiven world, looking at the world through the eyes of Christ, be what you call upon for help, a help that always is answered. From knowledge where He has been placed by God, the Holy Spirit calls to you to let forgiveness rest upon your dreams and be restored to sanity and peace of mind. Without forgiveness will your dreams remain to terrify you, and the memory of all your Father's love will not return to signify the end of dreams has come. Accept your Father's gift. It is a call from love to love, that it be but itself. The Holy Spirit is His gift by which the quietness of heaven is restored to God's beloved Son. The Holy Spirit is His gift by which the quietness of heaven is restored to God's beloved Son. Would you refuse to take the function of completing God when all He wills is that you be complete? Wow. It can be but I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Okay, let's go look in our text reading for today. And we're ready for, in chapter 29, the awakening, and Roman numeral 5, dream roles. Okay, dream roles. And as you're turning to that section, what on earth is going on today around the world? Well, it's Alvin C. York Day, or Sergeant York Day of World War I, was a brave soldier that's recognized. American soldier in France, I think, was where he was engaged in war. American Touch Tag Day. Now that's probably the oldest. I was looking it up. It says it's the oldest game known to man. I think we just kind of play it naturally. You go up and you touch somebody and run. Kids play it, and adults ought to play it. We want to do things that keep us childlike, because such is the kingdom of heaven, Jesus told us. That childlike spirit, playful, trusting. A matter of fact, I told someone recently, I said, my ears are like for children. I don't like to hear cuss words. So I don't use cuss words, because I want to be in a childlike space, and I want kids to feel welcome around me. And so, I might say heck or something, but anyway. Okay, clergy or pastor appreciation, anyway, American Touch Tag Day. Clergy or Pastor Appreciation Day. And for the ones of you all that are actually getting some benefit from what I do every day on this little transmission to the world about miracles and forgiveness, A Course in Miracles, I'm glad to be of service in the ministry to you. You're welcome to, if you have other questions or you have things you want to share with me, be sure to email me. Be sure to put ACIM class in the text, and I'll be sure to read those texts. A lot of them I don't even read. International Lesbian Day, National Children's Day. Well, we're talking about children and playing tag. National Fluff-a-Mutter Day. Fluff-a-Mutter, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that, maybe Fluff-mutter, I'm not sure. It's a sandwich of bread, peanut butter, and marshmallow cream. National GEO, or GEO, Growth, Overcome, and Empower Day. National GEO Day. Growth, Overcome, and Empower. That's what we're learning in the Course in Miracles. The grow up in the sense of awakening up, wake up, and overcome the ego by the empowerment of the Holy Spirit's guidance. National Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Day. Well, that may be the new fuel for mankind. It is clean and produces water, which this world could use more water, huh? I mean, it doesn't really produce. I mean, it takes the byproduct of hydrogen burning is or it takes water, and then I guess it produces water after the combustion. National Pyagi Day. I found a really good recipe for some pyagis. Jessica loves pyagis, and I found a vegan gluten-free pyagi recipe that uses gluten-free flour, probably your choice of what kind. And you could, if you didn't worry about the gluten-free, you could just use any kind of flour. Salt, xanthan gum, and lukewarm water and sunflower oil is to make the dough. And the pyagi filling it only had a half cup of extra virgin olive oil, or not a half cup, half a tablespoon, I think it was, and it was only 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil for the dough, but had extra virgin olive oil, very small amount. The oil is what I'm trying to say. It didn't have a lot. Onion, cabbage, and mushroom, and potatoes was the filling. I thought, boy, that sounds pretty good. Okay, anyway. And I'll put the link to where I found that in the description below. And I thought foodaciously.com is where that pyagi recipe is found. And I'll put it in the description below. National Salmon Day, and the Pacific salmon of the Northwest are the king, or the Chinook salmon, the coho salmon, the chung, or the chum, and the pink, and the sockeye salmon, and of the let's see, I think it's Concorhensis is the genus, and there's 3 words in the genus and species. The second word is not capitalized, so it's probably the species. Tisha salmoiformis. So anyway, I thought, well, if it's Salmon Day, let's at least learn one of the names of the salmon. There's 5 that go to the Pacific Northwest in the United States that live in the Pacific, and then they come to lay their babies where they were born, I think, at the same location they were born, going up the river. And then they end up dying and starting a whole new generation. World Octopus Day. Octopus. There's 300 species of octopus. Octopus is the genus. And a common one is Octopus vulgaris. Anyway. And then I want to tell you about another Asimina triloba. And it's the NC-1 pawpaw in edible landscaping. And the NC-1 pawpaw was introduced in 1976 by Doug Campbell, a nurseryman and fruit enthusiast from Niagara on the Lake, Ontario, Canada. Proven winter hardy and productive in that area. One of the earliest to ripen with few seeds, large fruit, and thin skin. Okay, well, let's go take a look now in our text reading. Dream rolls, and take along with you, I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Paragraph 25 in Dream Rolls in chapter 29. Do you believe that truth can be but some illusions? They are dreams because they are not true. Their equal lack of truth becomes the basis for the miracle, which means that you have understood that dreams are dreams, and that escape depends not on dreams, but only on waking. Could it be some dreams are kept and others wakened from? The choice is not between which dreams to keep, but only if you want to live in dreams or to awaken from them. Thus it is the miracle does not select some dreams to leave untouched by its beneficence. You cannot dream some dreams and wake from some, for you are either sleeping or waking, and dreaming goes with only one of these. 26. The dreams you think you like would hold you back as much as those in which the fear is seen. For every dream is but a dream of fear, no matter what the form it seems to take. The fear is seen within, without, or both, or it can be disguised in pleasant form, but never is it absent from the dream. For fear is the material of dreams from which they all are made. Wow, fear. That's why we want to overcome fear, because that's what helps us to wake up. And we use forgiveness to do that. But never is it absent from the dream. For fear is the material of dreams from which they all are made. Their form can change, but they cannot be made of something else. The miracle were treacherous indeed if it allowed you still to be afraid because you did not recognize the fear. You would not then be willing to awake, for which the miracle prepares the way. Be ready to awake because the miracle prepares the way. It removes the fear. By practicing forgiveness, we get the miracle, the new perception of holiness, of love, the reality that's always going on, but we seem to have forgotten it because we believed that we were separate and alone, and that fear was real, and that we could be hurt by anything. Instead of today's lesson, I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. In simplest form, it can be said, attack is a response to function unfulfilled as you perceive the function. It can be in you or someone else, but where it is perceived, it will be there. It will be there, it is attacked. Depression or assault must be the theme of every dream, for they are made of fear. The thin disguise of pleasure and joy in which they may be wrapped but slightly veils the heavy lump of fear which is their core. And it is this the miracle perceives, and not the wrapping in which it is bound. When you are angry, is it not because someone has failed to fill the function you allotted him? When you are angry, is it not because someone has failed to fill the function you allotted him? And does not this become the reason your attack is justified? The dreams you think you like are those in which the function you have given have been filled. The needs which you ascribe to you are met. It does not matter if they be fulfilled or merely wanted. It is the idea that they exist from which the fear arises. Dreams are not wanted more or less, they are desired or not. And each one represents some function which you have assigned, some goal which an event or body or a thing should represent and should achieve for you. If it succeeds, you think you like the dream. If it should fail, you think the dream is sad. But whether it succeeds or fails is not its core, but just the flimsy covering. It does not matter if they be fulfilled, the needs, or merely wanted. It is the idea they exist, needs, from which the fears arise. We need to start recognizing we don't need anything. God gives us everything we need. We have no need except to call on Him, maybe. That's our one need, is to ask for help. Dreams are not wanted more or less, they are desired or not, and each one represents some function which you have assigned, some goal which an event, a body, or a thing should represent and should achieve for you. If it succeeds, you think you like the dream. If it should fail, you think the dream is sad. But whether it succeeds or fails is not its core, but just the flimsy covering. 29. How happy would your dreams become if you were not the one who gave the proper role to every figure which the dream contains. No one can fail but your idea of him, and there is no betrayal but of this. Get that and get it well. No one can fail but your idea of him, and there is no betrayal but of this. Let's quit having expectations the way people ought to be. The core of dreams the Holy Spirit gives is never one of fear. The coverings may not appear to change, but what they mean has changed because they cover something else. Perceptions are determined by their purpose in that they seem to be what they are for. A shadow figure who attacks becomes a brother giving you a chance to help. If this becomes the function of the dream, wow, that's what we want to start doing. Changing that dream from an attacker to a brother who wants to help us. And dreams of sadness thus are turned to joy. And the last paragraph to finish this section, 30. What is your brother for? You do not know because your function is obscure to you. Do not ascribe a role to him which you imagine would bring happiness to you. You catch that? Do not ascribe a role to him which you imagine would bring happiness to you. And do not try to hurt him when he fails to take the part which you assign to him in what you dream your life was meant to be. He asks for help in every dream he has, and you have help to give him if you see the function of the dream as the Holy Spirit perceives its function, who can utilize all dreams as means to serve the function given him. Because he loves the dreamer, not the dream, each dream becomes an offering of love. For at its center is his love for you, which lights whatever form it takes with love. So let's just not be too busy about making expectations of what our brothers and sisters and other people ought to do in order for us to be happy. Let's just trust that they have their guidance, and the fact that they're associating with us is the Holy Spirit's guiding them to us to bless us. Let's find the blessing in every one. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Father, your Son is perfect. When he thinks that he is hurt in any way, it is because he has forgotten who he is, and that he is as you created him. Your thoughts can only bring me happiness. If ever I am sad or hurt or ill, I have forgotten what you think and put my little meaningless ideas in place of where your thoughts belong and where they are. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. The thoughts I think with you can only bless. The thoughts I think with you alone are true. I will not hurt myself today, for I am far beyond all pain. My Father placed me safe in heaven, watching over me, and I would not attack the Son he loves, for what he loves is mine to love as well. Be sure to do the best you can at hourly today. Remember, I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Find something to be thankful for in that hour, and then go to the next. Leave every hour free of grudges and judgments from the hour before, and stay eternally happy in this world, following the Holy Spirit. Be sure to do a longer meditation morning and evening. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing Holy Spirit mediates between illusions and the truth, as He must bridge the gap between reality and dreams. Perception leads to knowledge through the grace that God has given him, to be His gift to everyone who turns to Him for truth. Across the bridge that He provides, our dreams all carried to the truth, to be dispelled before the light of knowledge. There are sights and sounds forever laid aside, and where they were perceived before, forgiveness has made possible perception's tranquil end. Forgiveness has made possible perception's tranquil end. Forgiveness has made possible perception's tranquil end. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. You can be hurt by nothing but your thoughts. Let's recognize when our thoughts are hurting us and give them over to the Holy Spirit. Let go and let God. Ask to see a forgiven world. Look at the world through the eyes of Christ. What would Jesus do? WWJD. What would love do? WWLD. What would love do? What would Jesus do? What would the eyes of Christ see instead of this vision of fear, this mockery, this dream of fear? It can be I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. It can be but my thoughts that hurt me is what I was going to say. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts.